All right, let's begin. Okay, this is the rundown, February 20th, 2020, a very aesthetically pleasing date, 2/20/2020. And we have Big Cat, Rone, and me. It's a wild trio.
Wild.
Wild trio.
Wild.
Hope I don't break Dave's chair. This is my first time hosting ever. I don't know how I got roped into this, but I'm excited.
You're good
Let's
at it.
do it.
You're
I'm going to
already
begin
good.
with this ad read. It's going to be awesome. The rundown is brought to you by NASCAR. NASCAR season's finally underway, and it's headed out west. After a chaotic and dramatic finish at Daytona that left fans stunned, the NASCAR Cup Series heads to Las Vegas Motor Speedway this weekend. This mile-and-a-half track will test these 40 drivers as they battle out in the desert heat. You've seen how Dave has gone all in for NASCAR this year with the Rubbin' His Racing podcast with Clint Boyer. So now is your chance to tune in and see what the sport is all about. Be sure to tune into NASCAR Cup Series this Sunday in Vegas, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox, or witness it live by getting tickets to an upcoming race by going to NASCAR.com/tickets. Also, Rubbin' His Racing podcast, first episode live.
Fantastic podcast, Clint
Do
Boyer.
they have a bet that you can bet, like, the winning car has a mile per hour of, and then bet the over that?
I've never seen it, but I don't really think that sounds fun, to be honest with you.
What are you talking about?
Rooting for speed, you mean? That's like rooting for
Like,
the
like
It's just
the
a number.
winning
It's just a
car
number,
will-
though. It's just a number. You can't like root for it too much.
What do you mean?
It's
You
like
want
a
them to go
split-second
fast?
route. It's like a split-second route, though. Like you're only going to be really rooting for it for like 20 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a basketball game, it's
No,
2
it keeps
hours.
updating.
Whereas like a basketball game, it's 2
Wait,
hours.
but
of
every-
They can hit the
building.
speed at any
You're not
time during the
building,
race.
You're not
Every
building
race.
towards something. You're not building towards something. That's the whole fun of it. When you're watching a total, like for an over on a football game or a basketball game, the whole time for the 2-3 hours you're watching, you're always building towards.
So what's the over bet on NASCAR? I'm trying to get GlennyBalls to get in on NASCAR.
What's a good over?
I don't know because
Put you
there's-
on the spot, I'm
because
sorry.
it's like the
Yeah.
same thing with 50 states. There's only 50 states. You can't go past the 50
What's
states.
50 states? What is what you're saying? It's
Like-
the same thing with 50 states. Like, I know what you're talking about.
'Cause there's a
just
cap.
the fact that there's 50
There's a cap.
states?
Like I'm saying, for example,
But,
a few
what
weeks
would
ago.
that-
Go over on stage.
Yeah, a few
You
weeks
can't go
ago.
over.
Yeah, a few
What
weeks
do you
ago
mean?
a
There's
few
only
weeks
50
ago
of them.
when me and Smitty were arguing about the states, saying who's better at the states, no one would really know because
What does that
you can't,
mean? Hold on, slow down.
You can't go
What does
over the
who's
states.
better at the states mean?
Who knows more of the states?
Exactly.
Just the states?
Capitals.
The states
too.
and the capitals, of course.
Who
Local
knows? So
geography.
you and Smitty were sitting over there arguing like who's better at the states.
Ours.
And it's still stuck in his craw. You can
And
tell.
You got to pretend that I don't know what's going on around here. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, and I think I'm better at it, but to my point, there's only 50.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, what about a speed test then?
Montana.
Helena.
You paused. I don't know if
Helena.
you were searching for
Helena,
it.
however the fuck you say it.
It looked like a more confident pause than anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
All
like a
right, thank
challenge
you.
me
Ethan's
pause.
hosting.
But nonetheless, there's a cap on 50 states, and let's say the Coke 600, there's a cap on 600 laps. So there's really no way to do it, I think. I think I'm kind of stumped. I'll figure it out, though.
I still don't understand how betting the over on states.
No, because there's a cap on states.
Like, what would you take if I said over under for states 49.5?
Over.
There you go.
But there's
You're
a cap.
right.
I'm saying there's
You
a
just
cap
won.
on states.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
In the Coke
That was a good
600,
bet.
in the Coke 600, there's a cap of 600 laps, and there's a cap of 50 states.
And you're saying
That's
the
what I
amount
mean.
of capitals that you can name. I feel like you kind of
maybe
left that
like
part
maybe
out.
like the total number of Ford cars that finish in the top 20.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not a terrible thing. Something
Okay.
like that. But either way, that means I'm only tuning in towards the end. I need something to keep me
Texas.
hooked in the whole time. Austin, come on.
Oh, San
pretty good.
Antonio.
It's not San Antonio.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
I know it's
How do
not.
you know? How do you know?
I know everyone.
Weren't you gonna
Every
get a
single one?
cross
Every single
tattoo
one.
on your back
Vermont.
that said like
Montpellier.
state capitals?
Yeah, you did make me a nice state capital tattoo.
He said he
Wisconsin.
Madison.
He wants to get a tattoo on his back that's a cross and it says state down and capitals across.
For the record, I don't want to do that. Rone made me the tattoo. and
it was
suggested-
your idea to get
It was a
cross.
suggestion.
You
from
should
Rone.
do that.
Local geography.
Like a
and he
real
wants it
Guido
in a
tattoo
cross.
that you'd find on like the Jersey Shore, but it just says state capitals instead
Right.
of like La Familia.
I can tell you
Like
what,
something like
Smitty
that.
wouldn't have claimed to be in the state guide.
Exactly. Yeah, so we got some topics to get into. Let's get into those bad boys. Last night was a big deal, the debate, Democratic debate. The people were buzzing on the cousins this morning. Cousin Mike, Cousin Murray, they were buzzing. The two big things was Elizabeth Warren started out saying that Michael Bloomberg in his past has called some women fat broads. So she wasn't happy about that. And then obviously
And horseface. You said
horseface too.
A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians.
Yeah.
And also he says like to some of his workers like I would do her.
One former female employee alleged that you said, quote, I would do you in a second.
Yes, apparently. And then I looked up, I Googled last night, Michael Bloomberg fat broads to see what the quotes were. And I think the Times had an article of like everything he said. some wild stuff.
Really?
Apparently
Worse than fat broads?
Apparently one time, a lady came into his office that was working for him and said she's pregnant. He would just like kill it. He said some crazy stuff.
What?
Yeah, Michael Bloomberg's a madman. But
Maybe he meant, like, kill the birth, like do a really good job.
But that was one of the big things. And then later in the evening, Bloomberg called out Bernie Sanders for being America's favorite socialist, but having 3 houses.
What a wonderful country we have. The best-known socialist in the country happens to be a millionaire with 3 houses. What I miss here?
That was a killer line by him.
Yes, that was a little bit of redeeming from him because both were very funny, and it was because Bernie obviously lives in D.C., Vermont, then he has a summer house, like most Vermonters do.
Like
summer camp.
most socialists.
Yeah, I guess most. I don't think socialism is a big summer house type of thing. Venezuela.
Dude, I love
Not
that
a
you're
summer
over
house
here
type of
talking
place.
about politics, bro. The fact
I
that
don't
you're
know
on
much
the
about
Cousins,
politics.
I feel like has awakened that part of your brain. Today you were trying to talk to me about.
renaissance.
Yeah, you really are.
No, see, I don't enjoy like they made me do a State of the Union note-taking experience, and
you
even that
crushed
was
it.
kind of hard. But the debates are worse because they do talk about actual issues. But last night they were just going at
They
it.
were roasting each other. Bloomberg got fucking
mean,
faced.
Even by the moderators, Bloomberg got faced.
Yeah.
He got
Like I
faced.
wasn't watching too much of it. I was just keeping up on Twitter. But every 10 minutes on Twitter, it was just OMG Bloomberg. Bloomberg's dead.
Buttigieg
RIP
got in
Bloomberg.
Klobuchar's ass.
Yo, Buttigieg, dude, that guy creeps me out.
Does he?
He's like a robot made in a politics
He looks
lab.
too young. He looks like a little baby. He looks way too young.
No, it's not even that. It's like the way he speaks, his cadence. Like I think he actually just been studying what does a politician look like, and then has been doing that. Like on a Friday night in college, people are like, "Hey Pete, you want to come out for a couple beers?" And he's like, "No, got to keep studying like Reagan tape."
Yeah, he might be a robot. He might be a real robot, and we wouldn't know if they just slipped it by
Yeah.
us that he was just a
Especially
robot
he's from
all along.
South Bend, Indiana. He's just a mayor of South Bend. That's
And
just a weird
Klobuchar,
thing.
that she thinks she's got an open mic night. She was just like every time they went to her, she had a joke.
I must say I take personal offense since Post-it notes were invented in my state.
At some point, it's like, hey, enough with the jokes.
Keep it to politics.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Stick
what I
to
like to say.
I don't know how debates work very much.
Yeah, I
I
don't-
enjoyed the Trump-Clinton debates, though. Those were good. I'll probably tune into those when those come back around.
I'm not.
When Trump Clinton comes back around, dude, I
Yeah,
got
I
bad
think
news for you,
Trump-Bernie.
man.
Trump-Bernie. That's what everyone's saying these days. Trump-Bernie.
Is that what
Well,
you
I don't
think?
know. Mini Mike's got a lot of money.
Mini Mike's got a lot of cash, but I don't know if that's going to keep him out after last night. Apparently, though, this is literally just
Dude,
verbatim.
he's got so much cash
This
he
is
can delete
verbatim.
those tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that was the thing today.
NDAs. What about the NDAs?
He can
then-
have everyone who watched that sign an NDA.
Yeah, that's true. We'd all be beholden to
Warren
him.
can never talk
Elizabeth
about it
Warren's
again.
calling for the people to let him free the NDAs and just let all the people talk.
I know, that
and then
was
he
a-
was just like, I kind of paid them already. I can't do that. Do you,
Also,
do you
the-
pay people to sign an
Yes.
NDA? Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's consensual.
Also, Joe Biden, he fucking opens his eyes too wide.
Really?
He's like this the whole time.
Yeah, I
Dude,
saw
I
a lot of
didn't
Botox
notice.
rumors from him last night.
Well, that would make sense for the eyes open, to
Yeah.
stretch your face out.
Like Joan Rivers, she never really opened her eyes.
I
too
really
much.
was watching it for the comedy, and that's kind of all I picked up.
I was thinking that Elizabeth Warren might have some Botox. We're just throwing around baseless Botox allegations. Her face, if not, she needs to share her skincare routine because
Bro.
that shit is milky.
Elizabeth Warren should do Comedy Central roast. She was fucking fierce.
Yeah, I think I'd almost rather see her against Trump than
Because
Bernie.
of how fierce she was.
Both, I think both of them would make for an entertaining debate. Yeah, I'm just here for the entertainment. I think both would be pretty damn good.
You're good, like no matter what, right? Like
Or
you're
do you have a
good.
lot
You
of
think
money?
I
What if
care?
the stock market
burgers are gonna be
crashes?
burgers,
Yeah.
whether Trump's in the office or Bloomberg.
I have no idea. It doesn't affect
Right.
my life.
Right.
But number 2, BYU student arrested for using secret tunnels to steal food from the dining hall, and he actually got arrested. Like, got charged with felony for stealing food from the dining hall. I think
What
it's
did you write this on?
a wedding invite that was sitting on my desk.
Well, let's open the invite.
Who's it from?
It's from Jess and Matt from East Brunswick.
Oh, well, can they get their answer now?
They've just been
Oh,
to save
East
the date. Oh, to
Brunswick.
save the date, actually.
When
For
is it?
August 1st. The problem is I'm going to Nickelback that day, so I can't go.
This is how you're
But I
gonna
mean,
break
he's got
it to them?
Nickelback, so.
I have Nickelback.
Is this how
Wait.
they're hearing about this?
Yeah, I
Jess
do
and
have
Nick are gonna
Nickelback.
be
Wait,
fucking
wait, you've
crestfallen.
never, you, Glenny, what, you're 24 now?
23.
23. So it's not crazy you've never been to a wedding, but like, what about, like, cousins or like aunts or like?
I've been to one wedding, and I was like 11 years old, so I don't think that counts. It
No,
was
that
my aunt.
counts.
I don't
bet.
think that
Can I
counts.
say something?
I'm-
That you,
can I say one thing before
you
that?
say something, and
Well,
then I'll
we're
say
both
So I'm
something.
gonna
gonna say
chance to
I
say
went when I
something.
was like 11, and I don't really count that as going. Like I always say, I've been to Chicago, but I went to Chicago when I was like 15, so I didn't drink. So I feel like I haven't really been
No,
to
that's
Chicago.
you still went there.
I didn't experience Chicago.
So it doesn't count unless you drink in a place. You
Yes.
haven't been somewhere unless
like
you've
the
had
Giants
some
won the
Bud
Super Bowl in
Lights.
2007 and 2011.
So those don't count.
But I feel like those don't count.
Yeah,
I want to.
okay.
I want to get
Alright.
like an
A
alcohol
personal ring.
championship.
When
in
did
me.
stuff start counting for you? At 21?
When I started drinking, which was
Damn.
Haunted Coliseum, October 27th, 2012.
Wow. Can I?
Yeah.
All right. So what I was gonna say is, I would imagine an 11-year-old Glenn going to a wedding. Your parents probably dressed you up in a cute fucking suit.
I had a nice
Was
suit.
it light blue?
you
it was
probably
like it was
looked
my
like
pretty
you were
close.
white.
It was black. It was
and,
my,
and it was untucked real quick.
it was my
Maybe
pretty
some
close end
stains
too.
on
We got
it,
to do the
and-
call in. We got to do
yeah.
the call in. We got to walk in and dance. It was a fun time. But
Maybe the bride gives you a little dance, make you feel good.
Oh,
I was all over
Yeah,
the
you're the
photos
little
that
kid.
garter.
Although
Because actually-
11's a little old.
Actually, my aunt.
Were
my
you the ring bearer?
No. I wish I was.
The flower boy?
My aunt doesn't have kids actually, so me and my two cousins, that we were like the center of entertainment. So we were cutting it up. We were having a good time. But yeah, it doesn't count. 11 years old does not count as going to a wedding.
Damn.
Yeah, so I got to get to one of these weddings. But yeah, Jess and Matt, August 1st, I have Nickelback.
Tell him
also,
now. Break the news.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
Jess
Jess and Matt,
He's not coming.
if
to
you want
us.
to reschedule,
Reschedule.
you can, but you probably should have checked Jones Beach's schedule because Nickelback is there August
Yep.
1st.
Maybe
There will
next
never
time
be
you have a
another
wedding.
Nickelback concert ever.
No,
Never
you won't.
again.
Have you
The
ever been
last-
to a
I
Nickelback?
have been to Nickelback.
And you haven't been to a wedding, and
And
you're
this is-
taking
You know
another
what you should
Nickelback?
do to be nice? So wait, hold
wait.
on, Glenny,
I just sent a
Glenny.
gift.
Let's be nice. No, don't send a gift. Just promise that you will go to Jess and Matt's second wedding whenever they get divorced and marry
If they
someone
renew their
else.
vows or anything, I'll be there just
No, when they
Both
have
of their
new
divorces.
Yeah, so you'll go to when they get divorced, you'll go to their second weddings.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's two. It's 2 for 1. I'll
Yeah,
do that.
so you
yeah,
wanna-
I'm in 2 for 1. If you guys get divorced,
It's
let
one
me
in the
know.
hand
Wow,
and
so
two in the bush.
you're hoping to get divorced.
You're going with two in the
Yeah,
bush.
and yeah, I have been to Nickelback like 3 years ago. It was like a month before I turned 21. I got a ticket, had to do community service. It was a whole thing, so we're not going to talk about that. But this,
Like we just talked about
I
it.
think
yeah,
you
no,
just
I
broached
remember I
it.
live tweeted my whole day of community service. I was open about it, but it was very annoying.
What'd you do? Pick up trash?
I was like a custodian for a day.
So pick up trash.
Yeah, it was very, very aggravating. It was a month before I turned 21, $500, had to hire a lawyer, go to court twice.
Well, I mean, you broke the law.
You know what, honestly, though, is the problem that annoyed me about it is we were tailgating very, very fine, like just regular tailgating, not bothering anyone.
A fine
and,
tailgate.
Like, there was probably 10 of my friends, and some of my friends gave their fake IDs to the cops, and I did not. I gave my real ID, and I'm the one that got fucked, and the fake ID people didn't get
So
fucked.
what does that teach you, lesson-wise?
Don't give your
Sometimes
Always
honesty
give
is
your
not the
real,
best
always
policy.
give your fake ID, even if you're over
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. All right, well, this BYU guy, we got anything on this
No,
BYU
I don't
guy?
even care
yeah.
about it. I don't know what that
Yeah,
Next
it's
topic.
a boring cut topic. Greg Robinson, NFL lineman, 157 pounds of weed at the border. According to Darren Rovell, it's estimated to be worth $300,000 to $750,000.
What the fuck does Darren Rovell know
Yeah,
about
fuck
weed?
that. Ron, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Not
listening.
trying to put you on the spot, but you do enjoy marijuana from time to time.
Yes.
How long would it take you to smoke 157 pounds?
157 pounds would be, if I do like a ounce every 2 weeks, so 16 ounces. It would take years. It would take years and years and years to smoke that weed. There's no way that could be personal use.
And it was
He's
a-
a big guy.
But
That's a lot of weed.
it's a lot of kush.
Too much weed.
And it was a rent-a-car, too. He's like an 8-year NFL veteran, at least, I think.
Yeah, but he's not good.
Still has. I don't think he has enough money to not be peddling 157 pounds of weed across
Well,
the
it's
border.
the thrill.
It's the thrill. There's no way he was doing it just for the cash.
Dude,
That's
remember-
why do you think Robert Durst likes
Yeah.
to like pee on like
the
fucking
thrill.
candy aisles and get
Dude.
arrested? It's the
Why do you
thrill.
think Mike Bloomberg wants to fucking run for president and get his dick kicked in front of the nation?
It's a fair
the
point.
thrill.
It's the thrill.
Just being
He's
part
a
of the game.
masochist.
Actually, one of his quotes was yesterday that I read. I am a billionaire, a single straight billionaire living in New York. It's the guy's wet dream. That's one of the things he said as well.
Yeah, that's a terrible. I don't think I've ever like cum my pants thinking about being president.
I'm straight.
Which is very odd. You are a billionaire living in New York. Why do you got to be president? Just hang out,
Yeah,
relax.
he's already got it all
Yeah,
going.
He's
for
probably
him.
got a great view. Whatever.
But maybe
Oh, dude, talk about a view.
he's probably got
Big
a good
time.
view.
He's got a
like
view.
the park and everything.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Number 4.
Imagine if he didn't though. Imagine if he lived on
Just
like
living
the
in a
second
basement
floor.
apartment in, like,
yeah,
Cobble
he's
Hill.
just staring at a fucking.
just another wall, just
Yeah.
someone else's apartment
next
wall.
to
Why you guys
Tank.
go against Cobble Hill? That's a nice. That's a
I
nice
just
area.
thought of a random neighborhood.
No, Cobble Hill's very nice.
Is it
It's
really?
in Brooklyn, yeah.
I know it's in Brooklyn. I just didn't know. I just thought of a random neighborhood. That was the
Cobble?
first one that
Were you
came to
thinking
mind.
cobble like cobblestone?
I'm thinking
like he was looking at cobblestones?
Off the top of my head, Cobble Hill, Canarsie,
Keep going.
Richmond, Bed-Stuy,
Canarsie sounds
Park
like.
Slope.
Are
Park
you
Slope's
just
nice.
saying names, or are you saying
I'm trying to
these things
name
are
neighborhoods
bad?
in Brooklyn.
Okay,
I'm not saying they're bad. I don't know the bad
Keep going,
neighborhoods.
keep going. Gowanus.
There is no bad neighborhood. There's just bad
Dumbo,
people.
Is Dumbo a neighborhood?
Dumbo's a neighborhood.
Yeah, big time.
Kew Gardens, that's Queens.
Williamsburg?
Coney Island, Williamsburg.
Coney
I like
Island.
Williamsburg a lot.
Yeah.
Hipsters are good people.
Dude, I heard
Red
that
Hook?
Brooklyn's on Manhattan or is on Long Island.
Is it in Long Island or on?
It's on Long Island, and
So
Brooklyn.
as a geography
Brooklyn and
guy,
Queens,
break it down for me. So, 'cause
Brooklyn and Queens are theoretically both on Long Island.
So Ron and I live on Long Island.
You do live on Long Island.
Yeah.
You could drive to my house without
going on the
passing
bridge.
any body of water. We live on the same
You
island.
wouldn't even pass one.
We live on the same island.
Unbelievable.
Dude,
So we're
welcome,
Long Islanders.
Welcome to my island.
Yeah, welcome to my island. But yeah,
well,
he's
no, I
older
mean
than you.
we're closer. I think
live
we live
closer
in
to
the
the
more
center.
power
I live
point.
closer to the center.
Yeah, but the power, like if Long Island was a ship, we would be in the captain's seat, right?
It's like it's not
I
about.
picture a UFO and the mothership, the mother seat of the UFO is usually in the middle, and I'm.
Where
closer
do
in
you
the
think
middle.
Long Island's like heading? Is
How
it
about
going
this
out
one?
to sea or is it coming in
How about
towards
this
land?
one?
I think
I
it's-
live closer to
if
Billy
we look at
Joel's house.
Pangea.
I live closer to Billy Joel's house, therefore, we run the show.
But we're probably closer to
Nassau
Taking
County
Back
runs the
Sunday's
show.
house.
Yeah. And we're closer
Never
to where
Long Island.
we're close to the Mecca where Billy Joel. That's his house.
Hey, that's his-
If
that's
we're
his
really
work,
talking about
though.
where Billy Joel's
That's
house
his
is,
work.
it's the
He's-
garden.
It's the
out
house that
there.
he
No,
built.
that's his house.
He built this house.
That is his house. You know that too.
don't
That's
hang-
Billy Joel's house.
We're
They
more
don't
Long
hang
Island
banners
than
for
you.
anybody.
Right, that's Billy Joel's house. What would you say? Billy Joel's house is Billy Joel's house or the Mecca?
Well, it's Nassau Coliseum.
It's
Oh.
not Nassau Coliseum. He spent it like once in the last 10 years.
This is a Rangers Islanders thing.
Stole what
The mic.
What topic are we on?
We're on a new NFL playoff possibility.
No, we
7
haven't
teams,
gone to that.
But we were on Greg Robinson.
Got it.
Greg Robinson. Maybe he's just like an art thief who just like does it for the thrill of bringing the, it just like he just
Like a-
wants
like
to be
a
the
National
greatest at what he
Treasure type of
does.
thing.
Yeah.
It could be like Ocean's 11, 12, 13, or 8.
Well, there's also like respect, and then there's like respect.
Yeah, and just being a drug guy. Who was the wide
Sam
receiver?
Hurd.
Sam
Bears.
Hurd.
You
Yeah.
tried to be Scarface.
Sam Hurd was doing it. And
He
who was
asked
the
for
other one that,
$1,000 worth of weed.
that flipped? Who used to flip on the Bengals? Like flipped into the end zone?
Are you talking about the guy who fell off the truck and died, Chris Henry?
Chris Henry?
No.
No, there was one, but he might have sold weed too.
Not
though.
Cedric
Chris
Benson.
Henry's dead.
But we could still.
So is
he
Cedric
could have
Benson.
also
I know,
sold
that's why I
weed.
was just thinking it. Bengals
Might have been
had him
Sam
passed.
Hurd. He played for Cowboys. I think the Bears. He played for the Bears. I know he played for the Cowboys and the Bears. Maybe he played for the Bengals.
Lots of people sell weed, dude. All kinds of people.
Sam
sell
Hurd got
weed.
caught on tape saying he wanted 1,000 pounds of weed and 20 pounds of coke every week.
Jerome Simpson.
Jerome Simpson is who I'm thinking of. Flipped into the
He
end
did
zone
that?
and sold weed.
Yeah.
He sold weed.
Yes,
I'll click
sold
on the
weed and he
article.
flipped into the end zone.
Damn.
Jay Simp.
All right, new NFL
think those are
playoffs
related?
going on. What?
Probably.
Maybe. I don't see why not.
Likes to get
Flipping,
dizzy.
pounds.
flipping
2.5
packages and
pounds.
flipping,
Oh, that's nothing.
Uh,
Well, I mean, just flipping it, you could probably get a little dizzy, kind of
flipping and flipping.
gets high.
He's a flipper.
New NFL playoffs possibility in the new CBA. 7 teams each conference. Top team get a bye. Only one team getting a bye. Extra game for wild card weekend. What do we think, fellas?
Love it.
There's something I like about it and there's something I don't like about it.
Start with the don't like.
The thing I don't like is that the record books are now effed up. Like the most amount of yards in a season now will be skewed. The most amount of touchdowns in a season now will be skewed.
But it used to be 14 games.
Yeah, and I thought we hit a sweet spot with 16. I thought this is how it's going to be forever, and I guess that's just an archaic way of thinking. But like, if someone had X amount of touchdowns in a season, that
2,000 yards rushing won't mean the
it
same.
doesn't mean much anymore. But the good thing about it is Wild Card Weekend is getting 2 extra games, and that day, those 2 days of football, where it's 6 back-to-back games, it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, more football is better than no football.
I agree with that. They should have 2 buys.
2 buys.
2 buys
So
in
my
the 17
perfect NFL
conference?
schedule is
Oh,
2
okay.
buys. 2 buys for the entire season, right? And so now
2 bye
you
weeks.
17 weeks, 17 games, 19 weeks, 2 buys. That way you start the NFL playoffs in the middle of January. You finish it with Super Bowl weekend being President's Day weekend. So you
It's
get
a
the
3-day
Monday off.
weekend.
Now here's where it gets crazy, guys. The second bye, that is just, I don't know when we're gonna do it. It's gotta be a perfect spot. Maybe November. We pick a Sunday and the whole league is off and it's the reset button for everyone.
Oh, okay.
I
So
kinda dig
everybody.
that.
Everyone resets. Everyone says a reset. Look, like we're gonna take, because then not only will you get to reset on life, like, hey, oh, I remember what my kid looks like. It's the reset button. But you also will get to reset mentally and be like, oh my God, I miss football so much. I can't wait for it to come back.
And is it like week 16 or week 10 maybe, and there's like a final stretch?
Maybe you know what it is? Maybe. Here it is.
After
Ready for this?
Thanksgiving?
No. how about Christmas? Because we have bowl games, so you already have football during then. Take the reset during Christmas week. Let NBA have Christmas, so the Sunday of Christmas week, no NFL football, and then you finish the season with like 4 more games.
That makes sense. I just am wondering what we're going to do during that week. So if it's college football,
There's already a lot of college football.
That
There's
can
already the
satisfy
NBA.
that.
So you're not losing any. Like you still got football everywhere. I think I just solved
sounds
it.
smart. I
think
hope
just
someone's
solved
listening.
it.
I hope there's someone listening, Glenn.
I'm sure there are. This is a big
Were
show.
you listening?
I was. 19 weeks, 2 buys, bye week, Christmas week, reset. Everyone sees their families, kisses their kids.
Yeah.
Everyone goes home happy.
Right,
And
because
the,
it's always that awkward moment
listening.
when you're like right by around Christmas when it's like, oh, I gotta watch the Ravens and the Bengals on a Saturday night.
And
It's
the,
like, do you really have to watch it? Well, yeah.
The Super Bowl Sunday thing is big, having President's Day.
Correct.
That's
And also-
probably the biggest component.
Guess what? Here's I haven't gotten to the best part, the big reveal. You get out of Super Bowl Sunday, it's President's Day. Guess what happens in 3 weeks? March Madness. We just closed the gap.
They're not actually like pushing the season back. They're just like taking away a preseason game. So,
Shut up, dude.
That's effed up, man.
What the fuck was that?
We're spitballing
I was
here.
just had a great idea and you just shit on it.
You just peed on a beautiful fire.
Ethan,
Come
how
on.
could you do that?
Eth.
You didn't like my idea?
No, I liked it. It's just unrealistic.
Well, because with that attitude, it is.
Somebody's not voting for Bernie Sanders.
I
Damn.
suppose.
Why would you? The vibes were at an all-time high.
You
and
just
I
don't like unrealistic ideas?
You don't like to think about like, oh, this schedule will be sick.
Dude, you know what was an unrealistic idea? Barstool Sports, dude, and then it wound up happening,
Yeah.
man. What about that?
You know what was an unrealistic idea? Football. Bashing
Football.
our heads together.
What are the chances? People would,
Mortality rate going down.
What about that?
And now here we are. We're talking about 17 games.
Can you apologize to Glenn?
Apologize to Glenn.
Apologize, and then we'll get to the last topic.
Apologize to Glenn and give him 3 states in a row.
Yes.
Capitals.
Please. No, you give me the state, I give you the capital. Or you give me the capital, I give you the state.
Whatever you want to do, but first apologize.
Can I mix it up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but apologize.
Glenn, I'm sorry, sincerely, for what I said.
Okay, now do it.
Hartford,
Connecticut.
Washington,
Oh, no, I thought he was making capital. It's Olympia.
Oh.
It's Olympia.
Okay.
I thought he meant the capital. I was like, the
Oh.
capital. I thought he
United
meant
States.
DC. It's
It
Olympia.
could be the United States, though.
and then Iowa.
Des Moines. Think I would ever missed my
Salt.
buddy Trent's state?
There it
Final
is. You
topic.
pronounce the S though. It's Des Moines.
Is it?
No.
Des Moines.
Yeah, I don't pronounce all the capitals
French.
right. I call it Topeka, Topeka, whatever. The last one.
Topeka, Topeka.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's the other way around. I
The
think
last
It's
one.
Tapica.
No, it's not.
like a pudding.
Yeah,
Like tapioca? No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
He
Uh,
would know.
Number 5, the commander of the USS
This has been
Nimitz.
the weirdest rundown ever.
I'm having a good time.
I'm having a great time.
You're doing
Glenn.
great.
Commander of
Except
U-
for when Ethan did that thing to me. That
Glenn.
was
Don't pee on
fucked
a
up.
beautiful fire.
Commander
Right.
of USS Nimitz says they have an obligation to look out for UFOs.
Don't have an obligation.
They do have an obligation.
They do.
So I remember like a year or two ago when that crazy stuff came out with the pilot that claimed he saw the UFO, the Tic Tac shaped UFO. After this, they now, I guess it just came out now, they now have an obligation to look out for UFOs. So
Oh,
they're
wow.
always on the lookout. So UFOs real, extraterrestrial life real.
I mean, duh.
I thought we're breaking news here. This is old
It's not
news.
broken.
This is, I mean, we know. We
Florida.
know this.
Tallahassee. Until I see an alien, I'm kind of not going to believe it. I don't really know. I want to believe it. Last night I watched War of the Worlds, actually. That was pretty creepy.
New Hampshire.
Concord,
Maine.
Augusta.
North Dakota.
North Dakota is Bismarck.
South Dakota.
Pierre.
South Carolina.
Columbia.
He's good.
You're showing off now, Glenn.
He's
You're
good.
the one who keeps asking me, bro.
Oregon.
Oregon is dumb Salem.
Dumb, dumb, dumb.
For
Now,
some
would
reason,
that be one of those
Corvallis jumped in my head. I
situations?
don't know why, but it was
Would that be one of those
Salem.
situations if we're playing Jeopardy, you would have gotten
Oh,
wrong
would
because
they
you
have
said,
given me wrong points on
well,
that?
you said dumb, dumb, dumb. It's not dumb, dumb, dumb Salem.
It's Salem.
In first Jeopardy, you would have gotten away with it. In double Jeopardy, you probably would have had points docked.
I don't know. I don't watch too much Jeopardy. It is on Netflix now, though.
California.
Sacramento.
Puerto Rico.
You know what's an interesting thing I learned? I believe it's San Juan, but I don't really know. It's not a state.
You got to go global, dude.
I can't go global.
Yeah,
Why?
you do.
I
Why?
guess. I don't know too much.
You've mastered the states.
I know like a few countries. I don't know, man.
Is it
You
the
know how many
words?
countries there are out there?
Yeah.
Is it the letter
Ask me a random
combinations?
country. Let's see if I know.
Suriname.
What do you mean? If I say the country name, then you're just going to be honest?
Yeah.
Madagascar.
Leon.
No. Oh, is that the...
The capital?
Can we get the capital of
I thought you were
Madagascar?
just answering like, did you know it or not?
No, I don't know. I just took a shot with Leon.
But you know that it exists.
Why did you just
well,
take a shot?
Bolivia.
Well, what was the other?
Is
what's
that
the
a real
Madagascar
country?
movie? Yeah, Bolivia is a real country.
Okay.
I mean, Madagascar has a movie after it, so.
Vatican City.
It's not Leon. It's something long.
Why'd you say Leon?
Leon.
I think Leon's the capital
It's
of Peru. No, Lima is.
Antananarivo.
Thailand.
Why'd you
Something
say
like that.
Leon?
Bangkok.
There it is.
There we go.
You get that?
Bangkok.
You're dealing now.
I know. I know, like Sweden.
Canada?
What's
Finland,
that?
Sweden, Stockholm.
Go flex.
Canada's Ottawa.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know enough. There's too many random countries.
Why not study it?
I
Why
kinda
not
just,
say,
I
like,
kinda
I'll
just
just learn
stopped
this
at the
thing,
States.
like, for
I've
this...
just always been an American geography guy. I don't need to go out into
kind of
the wild.
jingoistic.
I don't know what that means, but
You only like your own country.
Nativism by GlennyBalls.
well, I remember growing up, I had like a state capital game. Isn't this so much fun? Look at this rundown. Look at this fucking rundown. Who's better than us? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
But yeah, states. I like states. I don't go much far off that.
How many have you been to?
Probably
9?
I'm smelling a video series.
I would love to go to 50 states.
Yeah, 50
Absolutely.
states in
Get me a fucking
50
smart
days?
car. I'll drive to 50 states in a smart car any day of the week. I love states.
I like that. Maybe one of those solo cars.
I completely doubted you with the Capitals. I thought it was a joke when I went in
Yeah.
there, and he was just like, bow, bow, bow.
Well, he also told
I shut
us,
my
like,
fucking
we,
mouth.
We knew what he was talking about. He's like, me and Smitty had like a
Well, no,
debate
I-
about who's
I-
better
oh,
at
yeah,
states.
the world
I
knows,
was like,
yeah.
what is who's
I just,
better at
you're
states
just
mean?
in our corner. I don't know if you were in our corner and we were arguing.
No, I
about
did
it.
not hear about who's better at states.
But,
But now I know
every-
it's you.
Well, the thing was, I just started throwing out states. I don't know the Capitals either, though. So
No.
he said a city, and I was like, okay, I guess it's correct.
Sounds
I don't know.
about right.
No,
Like
they're-
Leon. He almost got away
They're
with
correct.
Leon.
I thought it was Leon. I don't know
Missouri.
why we popped in my head.
Making
Missouri's
shit up.
Jefferson City.
Good. It's
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Sounds right. It sounds
Good, dude.
But yeah, nonetheless, yeah, I like the states. I don't know. I haven't been to too many states. I've been to.
we need to get you out there, dude.
I would love to go to random states. That's my favorite thing.
All right, so a burger in each state.
I would love that.
That's your
I'll
favorite thing?
drive us. I like going to different places. Yeah, I like it a lot. I really want to go to Louisiana. Never
We
been to
should get you.
Louisiana.
You know what would be great is if we got maybe an ad deal with Google and had Glenny just drive the fucking Google Maps car
Well,
around
that's what I
America.
told, that's what I told Dave when I was on the rundown last week. We were saying that I like to I go on Google Maps a lot and we'll just look at places.
Right, so you don't even have to
So I
drive
would
that
happily
star.
do that.
You don't even drive that car. It's automated. So you can
Really?
just
I would
sit
love to
there
do that.
and just fucking chill.
And just go
while
to
the-
every street in the world.
That sounds awesome.
It does.
Just go to every street.
big
every
map
state.
guy. Are
every
you
single
also
street.
interested in trains?
No,
Okay.
I'm a road trip person. I like road trips. I really enjoy road trips.
Okay.
I've kind of found that road trips, I do like them. And now that I've done a few, I've driven to North Carolina a few times, driven to Florida a few times. They kind of.
In Montreal.
Oh, Montreal.
What
all
about
the time.
subway systems?
No.
Okay.
I like seeing the
Just trying to
sights.
see
I like
where,
seeing the
yeah.
sights. I enjoy seeing the sights. I mean, I think it's a nice. I've never been on really a nice train ride. The nicest train ride I've ever been to is when I used to go to Albany. You go up the Hudson line. So that was
Oh,
kind of cool.
God.
You s-
Beautiful.
It is nice. You see
It's
Army,
like being
you
in the
pass
fucking
Army.
south of France.
Yeah, it's
the
like you're Henry
Army.
Hudson. You go right up the Hudson. So that's nice. But yeah, I like cars. I like driving. I like road trips. But then again, when you're on the big highways, you don't get to see too much of the fun touristy shit.
What's
Right.
wrong with taking the back streets?
I would like to take the back streets more often. Like
Yeah, you never know if
last
you don't
time I
go.
was in driving to North Carolina, I wanted to get some nice North Carolina barbecue, some mustard-based sauce, if you know what I'm saying, little pulled pork. That's your specialty.
I know exactly what you're saying.
And you hop off the highway in the middle of nowhere, and it's hard to find a place because off the highway it's all the franchise.
Well, you know what
places.
they have for that?
Google Maps. I've done that. Trust me. I
Don't-
would.
yeah, all right.
In the,
I just
but at like
didn't know if you
10:30
knew
at
that.
night, they're not all open.
Yeah, I didn't know if you knew that.
Oh, trust me, I know. But yeah,
Okay.
I like the states. I
A
like
little
America.
life hack for you. If you're somewhere and you want to eat, Google
Google
Maps.
Maps.
Trust
Wow.
me, this guy's used that.
I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try that. That sounds like it could be fruitful.
I give Google Maps a lot of free play.
Damn.
That's probably
Yeah.
why
No
they're
free
so
ads for
successful.
Google.
Yeah.
They're gonna
I
be
know, they're
big. They're gonna be a
dying for-
big
dying for the
buy
ad
that
jobs.
stock.
All right. Well, this was a fun rundown.
Very fun.
Great stuff, Glenn.
2020. Big day, big rundown.
02
Thanks for watching, everyone.
2 2020 or 2?
Today's 2/20/2020.
I thought you were saying like to 2020, guys.
No, today's 2/20/2020.
Let's
I
have.
thought you were saying to having 20/20/20s. 2/20/2020s.
Here's 2/20/2020.
Wait, what?
All right, good rundown.
All right.
Thanks, man.
There we go.